up, guys? Welcome back to another Friday Finish Lines. Thank you for joining me here on my YouTube channel where I take motivational quotes and I use them on different topics, not only to inspire you guys, but to take these quotes and use them to inspire others. With that being said, my topic of discussion today is showing up. I'm going to kind of get into this idea. I know I talked about this before, but kind of ending off May on this high of graduating, and this idea that, what helped me kind of get into my routine and sort of push me to where I am today is just showing up, being consistent, holding myself accountable. So 2 amazing quotes for you guys today. Let's get started. All right, guys, start you guys off with the first quote. It comes from Woody Allen. He says, 90% of success is showing up. And I love this quote because it just shows you that a lot of the time, a lot of us think that having the skills, knowing people, doing a certain thing, or having a certain amount of followers, whatever it may be in this day and age, like having some sort of credibility or whatever, like obviously those things help and they can propel you into your future and your career. But if you're not showing up, if you're not going to events, if you're not networking, if you're not going to conferences, if you're not taking courses, if you're not doing free stuff, like there is something in a beauty in the idea of just being there, being in the right place at the right time. A lot of us think that luck is created, it just happens. A lot of us think that luck just happens to us and it can be random, but honestly, luck is created. When you put yourself in an environment to have an opportunity to be lucky, then that's when luck will surround you. I've always seen my life as being very blessed, and I feel very lucky, and I think of a lot of what I believe has happened to me is coincidence, but it's really not. It is really the accumulation of my efforts to really want something in my life and to manifest it and to just be where I know I should be. If I want to have this in my life, if I want to go to certain things or want to do certain things with certain people, I have to be in those spaces. A lot of us are afraid to be in those spaces because we think we're not good enough, we think we're not adequate enough, but in reality you are, because you wouldn't even have the idea to be in that space if you weren't. And even if you're not ready, go and try and be ready. A lot of us, we think that we have to be perfect, that things have to be like pinpoint amazing for us to, feel comfortable in a space, which I understand. A lot of us have anxiety, a lot of us have a lot of fears, but once you get over those fears and you start to realize that, hey, maybe I don't have what it takes at this moment, but if I'm here in this space, I will learn from someone who does have what it takes, who is in the space that I want to be in. And a lot of us seem to forget that. My last quote for you guys comes from Unknown. He says, she says, discipline is doing what needs to be done, even when you don't want to do it. I've talked about this before just this month, but this idea that those who are out getting what they want, they are not worried about what the person next to them is doing. They're worried about what they're doing. And a lot of us, we don't want to show up. A lot of us think that these things will just be handed to us, that these things are just going to be given to us, when in reality it's not. You have to be able to wake up and be disciplined and do what needs to be done to get ahead of your competition. And whoever that competition is, who knows? But you want to be better than them in every single way, and you want to try to be the best version of yourself, because like I will always say, we are our biggest enemies, but also we can be our biggest cheerleaders. And if we push ourselves to the max and we push ourselves to be those best versions of ourselves, I guarantee you will start to see amazing change in your life, because discipline is needed. And don't have discipline, what do you really have? So be disciplined, make sure you're taking care of yourself. And yeah, even if you don't feel like doing it, I guarantee you'll feel better after doing it. It's always like that saying when you go to church, when you feel like not going to church, those are the days that you should go. I just use that as an example because, every time I've gone to church and I feel like I didn't want to, I've always heard a good sermon. I've always heard a word that, speaks to me in that moment. So if you don't feel like doing it, just know something good is actually around that corner, and that's the devil trying to take you away from it. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching me on Friday Finish Lines. I'll see you guys next week with a new video. I thank you, each and every one of you who watch my videos. It is summertime. It's the month of June. I'm wishing you guys all the best. Happy graduation, happy love, happy birthday, whatever it may be. I'm wishing you the best. And yeah, let's see what June has in store for us, all right? I'll see you guys next week. Drink your water.